Welcome back to Ribbon Candy Hooking. Guess what I'm working on this morning? I am looking forward so much to the Frost and Frost class that's coming up. Design like Frost and Frost. Design like Edward Sands Frost, who is known in the rug hooking world for having created a beautiful series of stencils so that people could create compositions much more easily. People who don't feel like they are strong artists but could really use the help of a few stencils. And we're combining the technique of Edward Sands Frost with Robert Frost, the great poet. And I'm wondering if you like Robert Frost as much as I do. I thought maybe you might want to come around while I start working on a kind of preemptive composition that relates to Robert Frost, because in the class we're going to be talking about his poems and working on compositions using the stencils in the class. I just grabbed a few stencils out of my bag for now to illustrate a poem that you might know that's called Stopping by the Woods on a Snowy Evening. And as you can see, I started the woods, and the poem goes like this. Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village, though. He will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. My little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near. Between the woods and frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year. And as you can see, I've got different elements at play here that I can figure out later. I've got the little horse. I've got a house in the distance. I'm working out trees. I'm going to decide whether I want the horse in front or in back of the tree composition. But you see how I'm just fooling around with stencils to illustrate a well-known story. Dropping in trees at different angles and working on compositions like this is what we're going to be doing in the class. Oh, wait a minute. Between the woods and frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year. The darkest evening of the year. And I could be here all day filling in trees and parts of the story. But this is kind of a taste of what we're going to be doing in the class. It's going to be a lot of fun. And as you can see, this class is for everyone. You're either going to be receiving your stencils in the email with the link to the class, or if you want me to cut them out on card with a razor, that's an extra charge, obviously, because that's going to be a physical product. This class is coming up fairly soon, a couple weeks away, so make sure that you're signed up for it. We're going to be looking at a lot of Robert Frost paintings, and we're going to be using stencils to illustrate. And it's going to be a lot of fun hearing the poems and working on the compositions with the stencils that we have. And you can see how storytelling with Robert Frost using Edward Sands Frost method of placing stencils in is really something that everybody can do. I hope I see you there for the Frost and Frost Design Light class coming up soon on Ribbon Candy Hooking.